Grammys 2021 to 10 takeaways from a big, weird night. If we could literally take one thing away from the Grammys, Harry Styles' feather boa might be it. The 2021 Grammys somehow survived a COVID-inspired 6-week delay, not to mention angry diatribes from the weekend, and put together a seamless, entertaining, music-packed telecast that also proved utterly, bafflingly infuriating. How can all that be true? 1. The broadcast itself was a triumph. Give huge amounts of credit to executive producer Ben Winston. Making his Grammys debut, his telecast moved breezily across multiple stages, cut past year's fat and much of the filler, highlighted a huge and diverse array of music and allowed the performers to be showcased at their best. A typical Grammys telecast has terrific highs and embarrassing lows, but Sunday night's performances were too proficiently and elegantly produced to allow for train wrecks. After a jumbled, clunky, Zoom-intensive Golden Globes telecast just a few weeks earlier, Winston showed the world how it's done. 2. The awards themselves? Hoo boy. You could see it coming, yet it still felt shocking. The Grammys took a moment, upon handing Beyoncé the 28th Grammy of her world-class career, to acknowledge that she'd just surpassed Alison Krauss for the most Grammys ever awarded to a female artist. Watch your back, Georg Solti. Unacknowledged in that moment was that Beyoncé has a long history of getting passed over for the major awards of the night. She has never won Record of the Year or Album of the Year, and she won Song of the Year only once, in 2010, for Single Ladies Put a Ring on It. Scan a list of the Grammys that Beyoncé has won, and note the number of times the modifier R&B appears. So, when the time came to award the night's final prize, it had to be Megan Thee Stallion and Beyoncé's Savage, right? Megan had already won Best New Artist, Savage had already won Best Rap Performance and Best Rap Song, Beyoncé's Black Parade had already won Best R&B Performance, and her Brown Skin Girl had already won Best Music Video, which means that Beyoncé's 9-year-old daughter, Blue Ivy Carter, now has her first Grammy. Billie Eilish, for her part, had won only Best Song Written for Visual Media, for No Time to Die. But Record of the Year went to Eilish, who spent much of her speech apologizing to Megan Thee Stallion for winning. With no disrespect intended toward Eilish, who handled the situation well, that's the Grammys for you. They make progress, they make adjustments, they get your hopes up, they pull the football away at the last minute. 3. The call for boycotts will get louder. In the run-up to this year's Grammys, The Weeknd announced that he'd never submit his music for Grammys consideration again after the Recording Academy failed to so much as nominate him for his blockbuster album After Hours. Beyoncé attended but didn't perform, and she seemed to expend as little energy as possible on the whole affair. The Grammys have a long history of snubbing black artists at inopportune moments. See, for a notorious example, Macklemore and Ryan Lewis beating Kendrick Lamar in the awards' 2014 hip-hop categories, and Patience is Wearing Thin. 4. It was a mixed bag for the big winners. Many observers expected the night to be yet another coronation for Taylor Swift, whose album Folklore earned her 6 Grammy nominations and some of her best reviews. But Swift went 0 for 5 to start, only to take Album of the Year near the end of the telecast. Eilish, who famously dominated last year's awards, hadn't made much of a splash during the rest of the evening. In both cases, the big win sneaked up on them. 5. There was better news in the down ballot races. While it was a shame to see Phoebe Bridgers go 0 for 4, Megan Thee Stallion was the clear and correct pick for Best New Artist, though it was kind of a head-scratcher when she wasn't nominated in that category last year. Fiona Apple, inexplicably shut out of nominations in the major categories, won Best Rock Performance for Jamaica and Best Alternative Music Album, for Fetch the Bolt Cutters. Her took Song of the Year for I Can't Breathe, a resonant and powerful track. Kaytranada became the first black musician to win Best Dance Electronic Album in the category's 17-year history, an outrageous milestone, given the genre's origins, but a milestone nonetheless. 6. Get ready for a tiresome new front in the culture wars. Last year, Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion released one of the filthiest songs ever to top the Billboard Hot 100, and WAP made its Grammys debut in grandly transgressive, explosively entertaining fashion. Rest assured that cancel culture and Dr. S.